requires more condemned Africans, or put another way, state violence rises down. Or still life is just getting warmed up. Or army life is looking for a new church and ignoring all other suggestions. Or folktale writers have not made up their minds as to who is going to be their friends. This is the worst downtown yet. And I borrowed a cigarette everywhere. I've taken many a walk to the back of a bus that led on out the back of a storyteller's prison sentence, then on out the back of slave scars, but this is my comeback face. I left my watch on the public bathroom sink and took the toilet with me. Threw it at the first bus I saw, eating single mothers half alive. It flew through the bus line numbered and on out the front of the White House. Hopefully you find comfort downtown, but if not, we brought you enough cigarette filters to make a decent winter coat. A special species of handshake, let's all know who's king once the lifespan of uniform cloth. Man, this coffin needs to quit acting like those are birds singing. Rusty nails have no wings, have no voice other than that of a white world dying. Their book pages in the gas pump catchy, isn't it? The way 3 nooses is the rule, or the way potato sack masks go so well with radio codes, or the way condemned Africans fought their way back to the ocean only to find ways made of 1920s burnt up piano parts, European backdoor deals, and red flies for widows who spent all day in the sun mumbling in San Francisco. Red flies was the color of a doctor visit. Man, there are book titles in the streets. Book titles like Hero, You Make a Better Zero, or Hey Fur Coat Lady, the President is Dead, or Pay Me Back in Children, or They Hung Up Their Bodies in Their Own Museums. Another book titles pulled from a drum solo. Run Here, Hero, Live to Hiding Place. All the bullets in 10 precincts, nowhere to go. There's no heaven, no any good idea in the sky. Politics means that people did it and people do it. Understand that when in San Francisco and other places that was never really there. I bet this ocean thinks it's an ocean, but it's not. It's just 60th Mission Street. I don't know who's king. King of thin things. You know, like America, I'm proud and deserve to die. I'm gonna eat my dinner and exit slow tonight in this police state candy dispenser you all call a neighborhood. Those are the manners goes unpunished. Never mind the murderers insomnia. Or the tea kettle preparing everyone for police sirens. You know, you can tell by my tires that not everybody who's driven with me is still alive. Also that I like my drinks deep bottled and in the bus stop. Also that we drown in precinct paper, department store floor plans and applications to the moon. We can change the color of our snot from gifted to heart attack and tell you about ashes. But where all these angels coming from, smelling like the cigarette that fails? And why is the man on the safe side, these headlights freezing up? You got nothing to say at my funeral, I'll speak on your behalf. Heroin in my smile. Now I made a flatland robbery among some things on my mind. The last store run in the name of shared afterlife, Friday to the field trauma, tall tale on earth. But here's to that angel that never appeared to America in the night of dog paddle, in a patch of hangovers looking for a home. You know, a liar wouldn't live this long. That's my human when fists speak. On a pair of rambling dice that got unique tempers and young souls that say shut up about our city. I hear title months crash over a coast while I lie. The streets teeth are in pieces. There's reservoir art on the faces stragglers. They sad news from back home that mean we have to go up on his behalf. Stumble back to a car full of last stand, the truth is still, but still Liquor Mission Street will be proud of me. I'm a mural man, almost organized. Remember when my lungs would wake up last walking on morning if it was worth it, man. I'm 3 decades homeless. The reservoir art is all I ever see. And I'm 2,000 miles from my first fight, maybe no one really survived. Maybe I wrote my first poem for no reason. You know, a lot of God can happen in 3 seconds. Not much heaven though. Here's a man before a fight. A leave me alone type character emerging from the painless death of a one-way street fixing. A fancy way of saying I'm gonna make it even if I have to drive backwards. All I have is cord chains and 1,000 backhands driving the street like I'm choking it. Car full of nephews, hasn't been the sun since November, and there hasn't been a street I can't choke to death. This city better back down. You see this gun on the table and something about staring until it all feels stable. Why wouldn't I protect everyone on my death sleep late? My son better be quick, my daughter better shoot first because we fought for no one. We fought for nothing. Okay, the first thing you feel is a heat. It's like they would tell me, trying to tell me about possession. Drink like niggas, what I'm mostly here. And most of the world leaves me alone. To be small like a giant. To go to jail every once in a while when a genocide kicks up in late May. When politicians have too easy a time, I'm gassing backwards out of one-way street in honor of myself. And in honor of you. If you understand the nature of the world, how long I've been just like my father. When hell of resentment says the entire the neighborhood, this is a crossroads or a crossroads narrative. And someone's crossroads, people can have and turn it back. Turn back only find themselves remembering me, but not my last words a man before a fight. You feel the heat? Man, but there's nothing to keep in mind, nothing to remember, really nothing to be. Just this moment and another, then stare, then it all becomes stable and the tape there's no bucket. Fridays are unfamiliar face peeking in the window. It's cool to panic for a second. Composure's wasting on your worst enemies. People are marked on that sidewalk. You the only thing life size. Everybody knows us in the wire hanger empire when the blood stops walking. That feeling isn't father enough to be permission to fall. You better swing one time. You know that father yours rose from the grave and said, just give me 5 more minutes. He said running water is a myth. It's us who are running up, down, no side this water. And people don't rise from the grave. They're not laying down either. It's us who flip all around